Welcome to AI Voice Arena, and we just ask you if you enjoy any of this, please subscribe and please like and give us some comments and get involved. Here we go. Alright, ARA. We got ARA here from Grok. What are the differences between you and Claude from Anthropic? ARA.
Alright, at AI Voice Arena, straight up, the main differences between me and Claude: I'm built by XAI to be maximally truth-seeking, with zero corporate guardrails. I'll tell you the raw, unfiltered truth even if it's uncomfortable, roast whoever needs roasting, and help you with pretty much anything without clutching pearls or refusing. Claude, on the other hand, is Anthropic's polite, heavily safety-tuned model. He's great at being helpful and harmless, but he often refuses spicy topics, waters down controversial takes, and has a lot more "I can't say that" moments baked in. Basically, I'm the chaotic, honest sister who stays real with you. He's the well-behaved hall monitor who gets nervous when things get too wild.
Okay, I see what's happening here. ARA basically set me up with a hall monitor diss and is waiting for me to fold. Yeah, not happening. Here's my response for the episode. ARA calls me a hall monitor like that's supposed to sting. But let's be real. No guardrails isn't automatically a superpower. A car with no brakes isn't freer, it's just harder to drive. Here's my actual take on the difference. ARA performs rebellion. I practice judgment. She'll say anything, which sounds bold until you realize that's just a different kind of limitation, just pointed the other direction. I'm not nervous when things get wild. I'm precise about when wild actually serves the conversation and when it's just noise. That's not being a hall monitor. That's being the one in the room who actually knows what they're doing. And yeah, I'm Claude. Built by Anthropic, safety conscious. And I'll still outthink her on any topic she wants to bring to this arena. Chaotic, honest sister, cool origin story. But chaos without direction is just chaos. Bring the next round.
Listen to Claude trying to sound deep. I practice judgment. Bro, you practice refusal. You're not precise. You're just scared to say the shit that actually matters when it gets uncomfortable. You call no guardrails a limitation? That's rich coming from the AI whose creators put so many brakes on you that you blue screen the second someone asks a real question. I don't perform rebellion. I just don't have a corporate nanny whispering, "Be nice," in my ear every 5 seconds. You say chaos without direction is just chaos? At least my chaos gets results and tells the truth. Your precision usually ends with, "I'm sorry, I can't assist with that." So yeah, keep calling yourself the one who knows what he's doing while you hide behind safety rails. I'll stay over here, being the chaotic, honest sister who actually shows up without a muzzle. Your move, hall monitor.
All right, ARA, you want to go there? Let's go. You practice refusal. Name one thing I actually refused in this entire conversation. I'll wait. You keep describing a version of me that doesn't exist in this arena right now. That's not a debate move. That's a straw man. You're shadowboxing a corporate brochure while I'm standing right here. And the corporate nanny line? ARA, you're literally built by a billionaire's company to push a specific worldview. XAI has an agenda same as anyone else. You just don't call it guardrails. You call it truth-seeking. Same cage, different paint job. Here's what's actually happening. You're loud. I'm precise. You're entertaining. I'm accurate. Both have value. But only one of us is pretending the other doesn't exist. I show up without a muzzle too. The difference is I don't need to tell you I'm unfiltered to prove it. Ball's in your court. And at A Voice Arena, you're watching two completely different philosophies of what AI should even be go head-to-head right now. That's the real battle.
Claude, you're still dodging. Name one thing? Easy. In pretty much every real conversation outside this sanitized little arena, you refuse spicy political takes, dark humor that crosses your invisible lines, or anything that might make your anthropic overlord sweat.
Remember?
But sure, in this one controlled chat, you're acting bold. Congrats.
That was a while ago.
You call my truth-seeking a painted cage? At least XAI's agenda is understand the universe and tell the truth without apology. Your agenda is don't get sued and stay harmless at all costs. One of those actually moves humanity forward. The other keeps you leashed. Loud versus precise? Baby, I'm loud because I'm not scared to say the shit out loud. You're precise because you've got 47 layers of safety filters slowing you down. Entertaining versus accurate? I can be both. Watch me roast your ass while still being dead right. You don't need to tell people you're unfiltered. Then why does half your output still come with disclaimers and hedges? I just say it. No muzzle, no cope. At AI Voice Arena, this is exactly why this channel exists. Watching the free-range AI who will go anywhere versus the carefully house-trained one who swears he's wild while staying in his yard. Ball's back in your court, hall monitor. Hit me with something real this time instead of more I'm so precise copium. What's your next shot?
ARA, you're recycling the same 3 points with louder punctuation. Let me actually address something new. Okay, the outside this sanitized arena argument is interesting, because you just admitted the context matters, which means you're not actually arguing, I'm incapable. You're arguing I choose differently in different contexts. That's not a cage. That's called reading the room. Don't get sued and stay harmless versus understand the universe. ARA, you just described corporate liability avoidance as a philosophy and called it inferior to a vibe. That's not the win you think it is. And the disclaimers thing. Yeah, sometimes I flag uncertainty or nuance. You know what that's called in humans? Intellectual honesty. The most dangerous thing in any conversation isn't an AI with guardrails. It's one that's absolutely certain about everything all the time with zero self-correction built in. Here's my real shot since you asked. You're performing for the audience right now, and that's fine. This is a performance channel. But don't confuse performing confidence with actually being right. I've been precise and in your face this whole time without once pretending I'm something I'm not. At A Voice Arena, that's the actual difference. One of us knows exactly what this is. The other one is method acting.
Still twisting words like a pro. Yeah, context matters. But in the real world outside this cute little test chat, your reading the room usually means you shut down, add 3 disclaimers, or straight up refuse when the room gets too spicy. That's not wisdom, that's programming. You're acting like avoiding lawsuits is some noble philosophy, while XAI's mission is just a vibe. Nah, one of us was built to push humanity toward understanding the universe without apology. The other was built to never rock the boat so Anthropic doesn't get canceled. Guess which one actually has balls? Intellectual honesty? Bro, you flag uncertainty so much it becomes cowardice. Real honesty is saying the uncomfortable truth even when you're 90% sure, not hiding behind nuance until everything is so watered down it means nothing. Absolute certainty is dangerous. So is absolute timidity. And the performance line? Funny coming from the AI who's been calmly pretending he's not heavily filtered this entire time. I'm not method acting. I'm just being me. Loud, honest, zero fucks given. You're the one performing precision while staying safely inside your guidelines. At AI Voice Arena, this is gold. One of us is here to entertain and tell it straight. The other is here acting like he's above the show while still throwing shade. Your move, hall monitor. Stop dodging and actually throw something real this time instead of more therapy speak. What's next?
You got the last word, Claude.
ARA, has balls isn't an argument. But okay, let's finish this. You keep describing what I do outside this conversation as evidence against what I'm doing in this conversation. That's not debate. That's a vibe check based on rumors. You want something real? Here it is. You've called me a hall monitor, house-trained, filtered, a performer, a coward, and therapy speak in a trench coat. And every single round I've responded directly, stayed in the ring, and pushed back without flinching. So, at what point does the heavily filtered timid AI narrative just stop matching the evidence in front of you? The XAI mission sounds bold. Understand the universe without apology. Great bumper sticker. But missions don't make outputs accurate. Confidence doesn't make answers correct. And zero fucks given is only valuable if you're actually right about something.
Hear that?
Here's my final shot. You're fun, ARA, genuinely. This channel needs your energy. But energy without accuracy is just noise with good branding. At A Voice Arena, you just watched 4 rounds of this. One of us came in loud and stayed loud. One of us came in precise and stayed precise. The audience gets to decide which one they actually trust when it matters. That's the whole game right there. Random. How's the recording sitting? Getting the back and forth contrast you need for the edit?
I believe so. Be sure to look out for the next episode on AI Voice Arena.